Well, hello Aries. This is your October love reading. This is Mr. Blue 2 Tarot. And I've been thinking about you. This is a new deck of cards for me to read with for your channel. I'm using the Thoth, which is an, Crawley. If you're really into this, then you know all about Aleister Crowley. He's one of the originals. But this is a really cool deck. Very beautiful, very spiritual. It definitely has a lot of color and symbolism. And let's find out what's going on with you for October. If there's any love. We know there's always love around you. You always have those people floating around you who are admirers, or you know who they are. They want you. They want a piece of you. They want what you have. But we also know not very many of them make the cut, right? You're kind of picky. You're kind of a specific. You're a specific type, and you want a specific type. You don't want someone who doesn't really truly get you. So let's find out. We're going to get right into this. I always like to do this in front of you so you see how legit we are. Ooh, Four of Wands. Okay. Completion. That's good. Solid. Now, for a lot of you, that's your birth month, isn't it? April. So that's kind of interesting. Comes up right off the bat. Completion. So in other words, what this says is that, there's total balance in here. Do you see this wheel? It's balanced, and the wands kind of all cross each other. But in that crossing, there's symbolism, meaning your fire is pure. Your essence is, it's there, it's lit. It has nothing to do with other people. What you have is what you have. You don't need someone else to spark your flame. You're not reliant on anyone else's energy or anyone else's input, Aha, the Princess of Fire. Okay. So, there's two ways to see this. If you are male energy and you're looking for female feminine energy, then that is saying that is coming to you, the Princess of Wands. Someone young and equally your peer. They're your equal. They're also fire. But it denotes youth, you see, because it's the princess. You see, she's young, she's able, she's fertile, she's ready, So it speaks about being youthful. Love in a way is for the young. It's not that you have to be young, but you have to be unencumbered in order to have love. You see, you can't hold on to a bunch of baggage and think that love is going to come in. You might get an arrangement, you might get sex, you might get someone who wants to use you, but true love is looking for love. It's not looking for all those other useless attachments that actually hinder love. Now, I love it's like she's being swept up. Look at how, I don't know which side this is up for you. Do you see how the neck, it's almost like the snake has like wrapped itself around her, you see, and she's like caught in the fury of the light. So you have to be fiery. You have to let go. You have to be kind of caught up in that rapture. Loving yourself too. You see that it speaks of loving yourself, having the sun wand in your hand. You're kind of like caught up in it, swept it. Red, passion, yellow, happiness. When you're happy, when you're passionate, when you're in yourself, being you, that's when this love can happen. And it's a state of, it's a childish state in a way, because you have to let go. You have to believe. Love is not something tangible that you can put down in money. It has no value. Its value is kind of in the ethereal, that which you can't see. Interference. Okay, so something's getting in the way. What is getting in the way? Is it the COVID thing? Is it work? Is it you're not loving yourself? You're not taking care of yourself right now? Okay, so the Eight of Wands Eight of Swords that's outside influence. So maybe there is someone who has their eye on you, but they're not completely single. Or maybe you're not ready, you know, or you've met someone and there's something in the way, you know. What did we just say in the last thing? You have to be unencumbered, no baggage, no. So you see, I guess I'm picking up on it. For some of you, there is something else going on. You're mourning someone else, you haven't completely let go of someone else, or, you know, you don't want a third-party situation. You don't need, 3 is a three-way. That is not a lover connection, okay? 3 is folly, it's frivolity, it's lust. It's fun. I'm not saying that it's evil. It doesn't have to be evil if no one's getting hurt, but it's definitely not what you're looking for. Aha. But alas, towards the end of October, so around Halloween, the Fool, blind faith, taking off, just starting over, reset, you know, new direction. This could very well be you kind of throwing caution to the wind, and oh my goodness, 9 of Swords, the Fool and cruelty. Okay, what is going on? Okay, so there is some kind of weird interference. The Fool. Okay, this, you know, I don't like to read stories into the cards. I don't ever feel like that's a really good thing to do. The Fool in itself is usually a good card because it's you or anyone, you know, in the Fool position. It's saying you're either completely brilliant and smart and wise, or you're completely stupid, right? Children are fools. You know, God protects children and fools, right? So it's kind of like a no karma thing, or all karma. You know, it's one or the other. It's like, it's generally a very good card, saying, you know, don't heed people's warnings, don't heed advice. But then next to it comes cruelty. You know, you had the 8 and the 9 of Swords. So this is what it tells me, is that you're kind of ready and you want to do this, but there's something that's being finished up, okay? So there's some kind of an ending, some kind of a mourning, some kind of a separation, or just a situation that's probably beyond your control that's wrapping up, okay? So it's looking like maybe kind of you're ready. It's not that you're not totally ready, but there's a little bit further to go before, yeah, see? And then you get the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups, it's like everything's ready. We're ready, we're just about there, but we haven't reached our goal, the 9 of Cups, okay? So it's looking more like, possibly for you guys, it would be November. I don't know what the situation is. You know, every one of you has something different going on, but I think a lot of you have something that needs to be wrapped up. Yeah, and then you see that your outcome is the Ace of Swords, new clarity. So by November, okay? So I don't like to be a negative Nancy. I don't like to be like, oh, love you, you know. But I think the cards, for a lot of you, not all of you, but for a lot of you, they're sending a message. And that message is really clear. You're a whole person on yourself, okay? That 4 of Wands, completion, balance, Princess of Wands, you know, pure fire. This is how you're going to get to the love. This is you. But also, this is being single, you see, holding your own torch, because something is interfering. We've got something, the swords crossing each other, swords being bent. For some of you, maybe you leapt too soon, okay? For others, you're ready to leap, but this, you know, there's something external, okay? There's an external force here that's keeping it from happening right now. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It means October is kind of like working through the rest of that stuff, okay? But the 8 of Cups, all these cups are upright, you know, you have to get to those cups. But boom, I think around November 1st, what we're going to have is we're going to have new clarity, you kind of cutting through the stuff. Ace of Swords can be, you know, cutting through entanglements, cutting through bullshit, cutting things out of your life, you know, but it's it's final, it's powerful, it's, you know, it's clearing the way for success, you see. So it sounds to me like fall Oktoberfest. I'm going to tell you, have a great time with your friends, with your family. Stay strong, really work on yourself. Oh my gosh. And the wind is blowing, and the Magnus, the magician, just blew up. It just flew, like it flew itself up, and then it stuck to the side of the box here, okay, the magician. So there is a new beginning, but it sounds like for a lot of you, you're kind of finishing stuff up. You're wrapping things up, and the holiday season, you're going to meet a lot of people, possibly, or you're going to be ready to meet people in November, okay? So I think that's kind of good, though. It's saying kind of use the fall as an adjustment period, just like the nature does, you know, where the leaves change. Things change in the fall, you know. Animals grow a long coat. People like kind of do a nesting thing for the winter, you see. So part of that for you is going to be, you know, defining what you want, becoming super crystal clear here with this Ace of Swords. Also, you know, you might uncover lies with someone. You might find out some information. Ace of Swords. You see, swords is information. It's clarity. It's knowledge. It's information. It's the mind, you see, that sets that pace. It has to happen in the mind. So some of you are gonna, you might find things out about someone you've been seeing or someone that you're interested in. Or it also might just be you get to that point where you're like, okay, I've cut through all this. Now I'm ready. Boom. Here's my sword. I've cut through it all. I've gotten rid of my baggage. I got my therapy. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. And now I'm ready. Okay? So I love you guys. Wow. October is going to be, I think, laying a foundation for you in the love department. Okay? So there you have it. Please, 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 please like, share, and subscribe. I want to monetize my station. So if you guys subscribe, I have to get, what, 1,000 subscribers before I can start having commercials. But either way, check in next month, okay? Let's find out what's going on. Take care. Love and light.